Chapter 6 of the Complete Works of Artemus Ward, Part 2, War, by Charles Farrar Browne. This LibriVox recording is in the public domain. Chapter 6 The Draft in Bladinsville.
If I'm drafted, I shall resign. Deeply grateful for the unexpected honor thus conferred upon me, I shall feel compelled to resign the position in favor of some more worthy person. Modesty is what ails me. That's what's kept me under. And I mean to say, I shall have to resign if I'm drafted everywheres I've been enrolled. I must now, for instance, be enrolled in up'ards of 200 different towns. If I'd kept on travelin', I could have eventually become a brigade, in which case I could have held a meetin' and elected myself Brigadier Gineral quite unanimous. I hadn't no idea there was so many of me before. But seriously, I concluded to stop exhibitin' and make tracks for Bladinsville. My only daughter threw herself onto my boozum and said, "It is me, father, I thank the gods." She reads the Ledger. "Tip us your bunch of fives, old faker," said Artemus, Jr. He reads the Clipper. My wife was to the sewin' circle. I knew she and the women folks was havin' a pleasant time slanderin' the females of the other sewin' circle, which likewise met that arternoon, and was doubtless enjoyin' themselves ekally well in slanderin' the fust named circle. And I didn't send for her. I allus like to see people enjoy theirselves. My son Augustus was playin' onto a flute. Augustus is a ethereal cuss. The twins was buildin' cob houses in the corner of the kitchen. It'll cost some postage stamps to raise this family, and yet it'd go hard with the old man to lose any lamb of the flock. An old bachelor is a poor critter. He may have hearn the skylark, or what nearly the same thing, Miss Kellogg and Carlotti Patty sing. He may have hearn Oly Bull fiddle, and all the Dodworths toot, and yet he don't know nothin' about music. The real genuine thing, the music of the laughter of happy, well-fed children. And you may ax the father of sich children home to dinner, feelin' wery sure there'll be no spoons missin' when he goes away. Sich fathers never drop 10 5-cent pieces into the contribution box, nor palm shoe pegs off onto blind hosses for oats, nor skedaddle to British sile when their country's in danger, nor do anything which is really mean. I don't mean to intimate that the old bachelor is up to little games of this sort, not at all. But I repeat, he's a poor critter. He don't live here, only stays. He ought to 'pologize on behalf of his parients for bein' here at all. A happy married man dies in good style at home, surrounded by his weepin' wife and children. The old bachelor don't die at all. He sorts of rots away like a pollywog's tail. My townsmen were sort of demoralized. There was evident design to evade the draft, as I observed with sorrer, and patriotism was below par, and mar, too, at Judas Prit. I hadn't no sooner sot down on the piazzy of the tavern than I saw 16 solitary hossmen ridin' 4 abreast, wendin' their way up the street. "What's them? Is it cavalry?" "That," said the landlord, "is the stage. 16 able-bodied citizens had literally bought the stage between here and Scottsburg. That's them. They're stage drivers. Stage drivers is exempt." I saw that each stage driver carried a letter in his left hand. "The mail is heavy to day," said the landlord. "Generally they don't have more'n half a dozen letters 'tween 'em. To day they got one apiece. Bile my lights and liver." "And the passengers?" "There ain't any, scarcely, nowadays," said the landlord, "and what few there is very much prefer to walk, the roads is so rough." "And how is't with you?" I inquired of the editor of the Bugle Horn of Liberty, who sot near me. "I can't go," he said, shaking his head in a wise way. "Ordinarily I should delight to wade in gore, but my bleedin' country bids me stay at home. It is imperatively necessary that I remain here for the purpose of announcin' from week to week that our Government is about to take vigorous measures to put down the rebellion. I strolled into the village oyster saloon, where I found Dr. Swayze, a leadin' citizen, in a state of mind which showed that he'd been h'istin' in more'n his share of pison. "Hello, old beeswax," he bellered, "how's your grandmams? When you goin' to feed your stuffed animals?" "What's the matter with the eminent physician?" I pleasantly inquired. "This," he said, "this is the matter. I'm a habitual drunkard. I'm exempt." "Jest so. D'ye see them beans, old man?" and he p'inted to a plate before him. "D'ye see 'em?" "I do. They are a cheerful fruit when used temperately." "Well," said he, "I ain't eat anything since last week. I eat beans now because I eat beans then. I never mix my vittles." "It's quite proper you should eat a little suthin once in a while," I said. "It's a good idea to occasionally instruct the stomach that it mustn't depend exclusively on liquor for its sustenance." "A blessin'," he cried, "a blessin' unto the head of the man what invented beans. A blessin' onto his head." "Which his name is Gilson. He's the first family of Boston," said I. This is a speciment of how things was goin' in my place of residence. A few was true blue. The schoolmaster was among 'em. He greeted me warmly. He said I was welkim to those shores. He said I had a massive mind. It was gratifyin', he said, to see the great intellect stalkin' in their midst onct more. I have often before had occasion to notice this schoolmaster. He is evidently a young man of far more than ordinary talents. The schoolmaster proposed we should get up a mass meetin'. The meetin' was largely attended. We held it in the open air, round a roarin' bonfire. The schoolmaster was the first orator. He's pretty good on the speak. He also writes well, his composition bein' seldom marred by ingrammatticisms. He said this inactivity surprised him. "What do you expect will come of this kind of doin's? Nihil fit." "Hurrah for Nihil!" I interrupted. "Feller citizens, let's give 3 cheers for Nihil, the man who fit." The schoolmaster turned a little red, but repeated, "Nihil fit." "Exactly," I said, "Nihil fit. He wasn't a strategy feller." "Our venerable friend," said the schoolmaster, smilin' pleasantly, "isn't posted in Virgil." "No, I don't know him. But if he's an able bodied man he must stand his little draft." The schoolmaster wound up in eloquent style, and the subscriber took the stand. I said the crisis had not only come itself, but it had brought all its relations. It has come, I said, with evident intention of makin' us a good long visit. It's goin' to take off its things and stop with us. My wife says so too. This is a good war. For those who like this war, it's just the kind of war as they like. I'll bet ye. My wife says so too. If the Federal Army succeeds in takin' Washington, and they seem to be advancin' that way pretty often, I shall say it is strategy, and Washington will be safe. And that noble banner, as it were, will be an emblem, or rather I should say that noble banner as it were. My wife says so too. I got a little mixed up here, but they didn't notice it. Keep mum. Feller citizens, it will be a proud day for this Republic when Washington is safe. My wife says so too. The editor of the Bugle Horn of Liberty here arose and said, "I do not wish to interrupt the gentleman, but a impertant dispatch has just been received at the telegraph office here. I will read it. It is as follows: Government is about to take vigorous measures to put down the rebellion." (Loud applause.) "That," said I, "is cheerin'. That's soothin', and Washington will be safe." (Sensation.) "Philadelphia is safe. General Patterson's in Philadelphia. But my heart bleeds particularly for Washington. My wife says so too." There's money enough. No trouble about money. They've got a lot of first class bank note engravers at Washington, which place, I regret to say, is by no means safe, who turn out 2 or 3 cords of money a day. Good money, too. Goes well. These banknote engravers make good wages. I expect they lay up properly. They are full of Union sentiment. There is considerable Union sentiment in Virginny, more especially among the honest farmers of the Shenandoah Valley. My wife says so too. Then it isn't money we want, but we do want men, and we must have them. We must carry a whirlwind of fire among the foe. We must crush the ungrateful rebels who are poundin' the Goddess of Liberty over the head with slung shots, and stabbin' her with stolen knives. We must lick 'em quick. We must introduce a large number of first class funerals among the people of the South. Betsy says so too. This war hain't been too well managed. We all know that. What then? We are all in the same boat. If the boat goes down, we go down with her. Hence, we must all fight. It ain't no use to talk now about who caused the war. That's played out. The war is upon us all, and we must all fight. We can't reason the matter with the foe. When in the broad glare of the noonday sun a speckled jackass boldly and maliciously kicks over a peanut stand, do we reason with him? I guess not. And why reason with those other Southern people who are trying to kick over the Republic? Betsy, my wife, says so too. The meeting broke up with enthusiasm. We shan't draft in Bladinsville if we can help it.
End of chapter 6.